What we eat in America is making us sick. Why do we keep eating this stuff? Is it because we don't completely understand what we're eating and how it's making us sick? Or maybe we've got too many barriers to eating well. We're confused about the information, overwhelmed with choices, and we don't have enough time or money to make better choices. So we give in and let the corporations decide what we're going to eat. Oh yeah, they want you to be addicted to food. And they want you to supersize it, because that's how they make their money. Now this is where I'm supposed to tell you the easy and painless way to eat better, but that's only partially possible. I'm going to tell you what you should be eating, but making the switch to better eating is hard. The good news is that you don't have to be perfect. Any improvement you can make to your eating will make you healthier and feel better. I'm going to be limiting my comments to nutrition. I realize there are other factors in eating, such as care for the planet. Let's start by looking at the crap that is the American diet. It's cheap, convenient, and delicious, and it doesn't go bad. It's also full of fat and sugar, leading to obesity and diabetes. It's full of salt, leading to high blood pressure. We eat salted, smoked, and grilled meats, leading to cancer. We eat red meat, leading to heart disease. We eat white flour and white rice instead of whole grains, and we don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, so we're constipated and get colon cancer. We don't eat enough variety of foods, which leads to certain bacteria dominating in our guts, which leads to poor digestion. And the American diet has been shown to increase depression compared to a traditional Mediterranean diet. If you want to check out the research on all this, there are links in the video description. So what should we eat? Most of what I recommend comes from Michael Pollan, who wrote In Defense of Food. After looking at lots of research and talking to many experts, he came to a simple conclusion about what we should be eating to be healthy. Eat food, not too much, mostly plants. I would amend that slightly to eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. Let's take a look at each part of that statement. Eat real food. Eat things that your great-grandmother would have recognized as food. Avoid things that come in boxes or bags. If you do get something in a box, it should have simple ingredients, things you would find in your pantry, and it should be low in sodium, saturated fat, and sugar. Avoid things that won't spoil. Severely limit intake of grilled meat and processed meat, those that are salted, smoked, or otherwise cured to enhance flavor or improve preservation. They cause colon cancer and are associated with hypertension, heart disease, and lung disease. Avoid artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin. These have been shown to disrupt beneficial gut bacteria. Avoid refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Instead, use limited amounts of maple syrup, bananas, local honey, stevia, molasses, and raw sugar. Instead of having orange juice, eat an orange so you get the fiber. Instead of grape juice, eat grapes. When you can, eat local and organic. Organic because it doesn't have weird chemicals that might give you cancer, and local because it's fresher and therefore has more nutrients. Avoid anything deep fried. Eat whole grains rather than simple grains. So that's the real food part. I'm posting the text of this video in the description if you want to look over the list. Now for the next part of Pollan's recommendation. Not too much. We Americans eat too much because corporations push us to eat more. We eat when we're bored, and we eat until we're stuffed. A long-term study of people who ate 25% less than a control group showed significant improvements in health. Another study showed that rhesus monkeys who ate 30% less than the control group lived significantly longer. So eat more slowly and stop eating before you're completely full. Don't eat when you're bored. Eat at regular times at a table and when you're truly hungry. If you do want to snack, then eat fruit, vegetables, and nuts instead of chips and sweets. One tip to reduce portion sizes is to use smaller plates, bowls, and cups. We tend to fill containers to the brim and then eat everything in that container, so using smaller containers results in you eating less. Now the third part of Pollan's recommendation: mostly plants. Vegetarians have a lower risk of obesity and diabetes and lower blood pressure. Pollan quotes a study showing vegetarians living longer, but other studies have not shown a difference in longevity. So while I do think we should eat mostly plants, I don't think we need to be quite as reluctant about white meat as Pollan is. Limit your intake of red meat because it leads to heart disease. And despite the pork industry ad campaign, pork is not white meat. Basically, anything with 4 legs is red meat. So instead of red meat, eat chicken, turkey, eggs, shellfish, and fish. But you need to eat smaller fish like salmon because big fish have mercury. Eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Leaves are especially good for you. Eat mushrooms, beans, nuts, and seeds. Eat a wide variety of foods. Try to eat all the colors because different colors mean different nutrients. And if you're at a buffet, put plants and healthy things on your plate first before putting meat or unhealthy things on your plate. Improve your gut bacteria. Your gut needs a large variety of beneficial bacteria to help you digest food, feel good, and ward off disease. The American diet results in an overgrowth of a few bacteria that take up all the room in your gut, and this leads to poor digestion and disease. To keep your gut healthy, eat as wide a variety of plants as you can. Choose whole grains over simple grains. Drink coffee or tea. Steer clear of artificial sweeteners and refined sugar, which have been shown to disrupt gut bacteria. Don't be afraid to get dirty. You can pick up some helpful bacteria from the garden. Eat things that are fermented, such as yogurt, kombucha, sauerkraut, and kefir. But watch out for added sugar. It's better to get plain yogurt and add a little local honey and fresh fruit. Some other tips. Don't skip breakfast. In fact, have a larger, healthy breakfast because you need it to start your day, and have a smaller dinner because a large dinner will lead to increased weight. Stay hydrated with water. Many of us are chronically dehydrated. Dehydration results in fatigue, constipation, weight gain, and kidney stones. If you feel fatigued, or you're constipated, or your pee is dark yellow, you need to drink more water. Alcohol is a tricky subject. Small amounts of alcohol may be good for your digestion and your heart. 1 drink per day for women, 2 per day for men. But more than that leads to a host of problems. If you have a family history of breast cancer, colon cancer, or rectal cancer, then avoid all alcohol. A multivitamin should not be a food substitute, but it can fill in gaps. The only supplement I would recommend is fish oil if you don't eat much oily fish. And finally, it's okay and even necessary to break the rules sometimes. If you don't break the rules sometimes, you're going to hate your diet and want to just chuck it all. Where this leads us is that we need to spend more time and maybe more money buying food that's good for us. We need to take more time savoring our food instead of eating fast. And most importantly, we need to spend more time making our food from scratch. That's hard. And eating less sugar is really hard. But you don't have to do it perfectly. You'll benefit from any improvement you make in your diet. If you have specific ailments, be sure to talk to your doctor and do research on natural ways to deal with your ailment. Again, see the text of this video and links in the description. If you like this video, please like it, consider subscribing for more videos about being happy, and ring the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!